You're listening to Court Reserve Unscripted with me, Ashley Owens. Hi there.
Hi Ashley, sorry about that. I was in the Google Meets invite and just saw the email. So sorry,
No
I'm
worries.
I'm
That's
behind
okay.
schedule. How are you?
I'm great. So nice to see you. How's your day been?
It's been good. Lots of phone calls, lots of meetings. You know the deal. So
Yeah.
yeah, one after another, but mostly positive, mostly productive,
Oh,
and
that's good.
yeah. So a good day so far. Good day so far.
Well,
How about you?
there's a lot of exciting things in your space right now, getting ready for tennis weekend and everything. So I'm sure there are a lot of phone calls to go through right now.
Yeah. Well, I hope I feel like it's somewhat out of our hands now. It's kind of in the hands of the coaches and them executing on their plans throughout the weekend. So not to say there's lots of work to be done over the weekend, but I'm heading to Orlando tomorrow for the USTA annual meetings. Are you heading out there?
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
okay.
But yeah, so if you get bored and you come 2 hours north to St. Augustine, that's where I'll be tomorrow. So
Okay. Is that where you're based?
yes, that's right.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. On well, I'm I'm disappointed because I had this plan to go watch a bunch of college tennis matches. I'm out in Phoenix and I thought I'd be able to catch all the matches out here, but on Sunday afternoon I'm going to go to Stetson and
Okay.
there's a match that afternoon.
Okay.
So I think it's about an hour. I don't know which direction from Orlando, but um, I'm gonna go and watch a match there that afternoon, at least catch one before the weekend ends. So yeah, not ideal timing, but again, just gotta be where you gotta be, right?
That's right. So,
Yeah.
well, unscripted is just a way for us to have a conversation and talk about important things. So, I would love to know how'd you get to the ITA?
So I was a college tennis coach for 12 years and I moved back to Ireland in 2016 and was managing a big sports facility back there for several years. And the job, ITA COO position opened up in 2019. And when I looked at the job description, the roles and responsibilities, I just felt like I was the right fit for the role and it really excited me. And I definitely was looking to get into more the administrative side of tennis. When I was back in Ireland, I was serving on committees and board of directors, and I would spend more time getting into those projects than maybe I was doing my own job. Don't tell them, but it was yeah, it just really captured my imagination and my energy in a way, and then to be able to direct that towards college tennis, which had such a massive impact on my life as a player and then as a coach. And so, yeah, just the stars aligned. Our eldest son was getting ready to start high school or he's high school age here in America. We felt like if we didn't move back to America at that point, then we weren't going to do it. So, just timing, like many things in life. So, yeah, ended up joining the ITA August 2019 and then was named CEO January 1st of 2025. So I guess coming up on 7 years this August, but have loved it. It was one of the better decisions I've made in my life.
Other than the wife and the kid. Yeah, got that.
Exactly. Number three, but I'll put in the top five for sure.
Yeah. So did you grew up in Ireland and then you got a chance to play college tennis in America? Is that how you ended up here?
Yes, exactly. So, born and raised Dublin, Ireland, and probably 14, 15, 16, just would start hearing stories of players heading off to America on scholarships. Obviously, we had no internet back then. And you're just grabbing whatever information you possibly can at that time. And yeah, probably 15, 16 was very clear that, gosh, that would be an amazing opportunity. I'd love to go. I wasn't good enough, nor were my parents going to allow me to turn pro. Education was very important to them, and they were willing to allow me to head to America, and I played my college tennis at Fresno State and just had the most remarkable experience. Played on amazing teams, had a fantastic coach, wonderful teammates, met my wife there. And yeah, owe so much to that experience for sure. So yeah.
Wow. What is the thing that most people don't know what it's like about being a college athlete? Because we see the glamour, right? I love watching college tennis on TV because they're so excited to cheer for their teammates. But what do we not know about what it's like to be a college tennis player?
I think college tennis in particular, because it's a two-season sport, most other sports have, either their fall season or spring season where they're off, maybe playing some exhibition games and not traveling a whole lot. But we ask a lot of the tennis playing population across all divisions, especially at Division One. I mean, we take the All-American Championships at Division One in the fall. That's that. If you go through pre-qualifying, you're probably gone for 10 days. And that's kind of and the fall is considered kind of the non-traditional season.
Mhm.
So I think um, maybe underestimate just how good these student athletes are at managing their time because tennis often has the highest GPAs. So they're missing more class than any other sport, yet they're getting higher grades than many other sports. And so I think, yeah, just the day in, the day out, day in, day out grind of it because you never really get, and tennis is that way, right? It's a year-round sport. I mean, these players they're getting done with their semester in May and then they're going out and playing tournaments all summer. It's just the nature of being a tennis player, I guess, and we just accept it, but don't really take a step back and go, yeah, we're kind of unique compared to many other athletes, at least within college athletics.
I think you just made the case for me. I mean, and all, tennis players in general, that we seem to be smarter than the average athlete, right? Is that what I just heard you say? I mean, I play tennis 3 days a week. I'm going to totally take this to my dinner
Uh,
tonight with my husband and let him know
yeah, yeah,
that
we are.
you've proven it.
Let's stand on that and yeah, confirm that we're smarter than everybody else. But
I
no,
love that.
it is a unique, it's an individual sport and maybe we're wired a particular way that yeah, there's certain, it's just a really tough sport to play at the highest levels. I think even taking up the sport is challenging, but I'm just in awe when I watch the best players in the world or the top college players, just how good at everything they need to be, just physically and mentally. It's an incredible sport, and I have a much deeper appreciation for it now as I head towards 50 than I did when I was playing myself in college and just taking it for granted.
Yeah. So, where do you think college tennis goes next? Like there's pickleball, dangling over here on the side, and then it's the video, reviews and the video coaching and video AI and things like that. But what's next for college tennis, do you think?
Hmm. Yeah, there's lots happening in the world of the college athletics industry. People are following along. Maybe they see something on the news every so often, or see an article about it, name, image, and likeness, revenue sharing, conference realignments. But there's another layer underneath that as well, impacting just third level education in this country and enrollment numbers being down, birth rates being down, the cost of a third level education continuing to rise, limitations on state or federal funding going to support these institutions, research programs. I mean, the list is endless. So there's a lot of chaos, I guess, within the college athletics industry, third level education in general. I think we're going to see more and more universities shut down, merge. You're going to see athletic departments, not just individual sports, you're going to see athletic departments eliminated completely. We saw that on a couple occasions last year. So we have all this chaos happening within that aspect of the industry, but then within the tennis industry, we have a huge amount of momentum. We have all these great college players qualifying for Grand Slam events, beating some of the top players in the world, making a name for themselves, referencing college tennis. You hear the commentators, all they talk about, they're falling over themselves to talk about college tennis. And so we have all this great momentum on this side. It's a strange place for me to sit as I'm seeing one area just complete madness and another having these interesting conversations, people wanting to be involved and promoting college tennis and getting access to the players and coaches. And so I'm trying to navigate all of that and understand, yes, where do we sit? How do we make college tennis more relevant within the college athletics industry? How do we better tell the stories of college tennis and promote it to a larger audience, get more people out to matches, get our coaches thinking a little bit more entrepreneurial about it's not just about coaching a team. You also are managing a program. You're trying to market your program. You're potentially trying to generate revenue from your program as well and your courts, and that it's not just about recruiting players and playing, matches on the weekend. And so, yeah, technology is ubiquitous now with everything we do in life, and we've invested heavily in technology through the years. We've tried to pick up more partners along the way. The electronic line calling world is fascinating, and we partnered with Play Replay last summer, and we've other folks that we've done shadowing and piloting with that will likely be authorized to be used in the college space later this year. And so we're thrilled about that and to see what direction that goes and the improvements it'll make to sportsmanship and just the overall experience for everybody. But we're looking at everything from streaming. We're looking at, quite honestly, sports wagering as well. I mean, that's something that has obviously had a massive impact on the ATP, WTA, ITF, UTR, has generated large revenues for those organizations. We're a not-for-profit. If we were to assist with something like that, those revenues would be directed back to college programs and turn college tennis from a non-revenue sport to a revenue sport. Now, I have many ethical concerns about that. I have concerns about, if tennis was embroiled in a scandal, would they just start shutting down tennis programs? So but I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't looking at all these different options. So lots going on, Ashley. We just, yeah, have to be careful we don't move too late or too early with anything.
Wow. Well, we work at Court Reserve with several college and universities around the country for their facilities or maybe their faculty club. And
Sure.
so we love being able to think in some way that we are helping, these young community-based players be able to go and play on a college campus or a university setting and using our software, and then one day want to go into tennis to then one day be an instructor or a coach or something like that. So, what do you think about in as far as like in the future, developing these players into incredible tennis coaches? Because I think we need more. I love tennis. I think tennis is a great sport for people to play. You can play it. It's the healthiest sport in the world now, right?
But I
Based on
hear.
that's right. But how do we keep college players going into the profession?
Yes, it's definitely something we've given more thought to in recent years, especially with USTA developing USTA coaching. And we are working closely with them. We have a director of coach education, Lauren Conchin. Again, we're a very small organization. We only have 13 staff members. We're a fully remote organization, but understand the importance of coach education and traditionally had only done an annual coaches convention and recognize that we can't just meet once a year and throw a bunch of information at coaches and expect them to retain it and implement it. And so over the last several years, we've really invested in that and also thinking about for our own coaching ranks within college tennis that we recognize similar to our officials that with each passing year, coaches and officials, the average age appears to be going up.
Mm.
And how are we replacing those folks that ultimately are going to retire over the next, several years and make this an exciting, interesting profession for the next generation. Because as a college coach, I mean, early in my career, my first job paid me $10,000 as a college coach. I had to go out and teach a bunch of lessons and summers and grind away. And did that for many years to establish my credibility as a college coach, and then was able to do that on a full-time basis. And so it's clear that coaches early in their career are probably going to have to do a little bit of both. So we can educate them on what it is to be a college coach, and then entities like USTA coaching or RSPA or PTR can really teach them how to run a successful program, teach individual lessons, group lessons. And so I think partnering with them is very important. We've got 20,000 student athletes, I guess, within our organization. We obviously don't, we have many touch points with them throughout the year at events that we do. We have a student athlete council. We do webinars to help with their professional development. We have a mentorship program. So we have a number of touch points with them. But yeah, how do we get them in the system earlier, get them certified? We're having a lot of, again, interesting conversations, but need to start implementing something soon and establishing that pipeline so that our sport is safe for generations to come, I hope.
Absolutely. And, and to know that it's a phenomenal profession to be associated with, right? And it's looked at the, you got lawyers and doctors and dentists, and tennis coaches should be right up there, right? Because they're doing the grind. They're able to coach little kids, and then ladies like me and seniors. And so I think that, whatever we can do at Court Reserve to, help mentor or push people along on the business side, we're all about that. So we love the educational side of what we get to do. So
Yeah, yeah. Look, it's why I'm in this industry, from the college tennis side of things. It's supposed to be about education. It's supposed to be the student first, athlete second. So we try and keep that in mind, even though, we do rankings and tournaments and everybody's very competitive. We can't lose sight of what college athletics is supposed to be, even though, like I said, that the college athletics industry is kind of getting away from us, and there's been far more focus on the athlete first, the student second. But it depends on the vision that you're talking about as well. And so the other component as well is we have, a high number of international student athletes.
mhm.
Many of them are phenomenal coaches, want to coach, want to stay in this country and teach tennis. And yeah, how do we assist with them staying in this country and getting the requisite visas and going through that process? And because they can add a great deal of value, like I hope I'm doing as a former international student athlete. And so that's something I'm conscious of as well. And I know USTA and USTA coaching are trying to work on that element as well. So yeah, it's definitely something we're paying attention to.
That's awesome. So if you had to get back out on the court and play doubles, who would you choose that's on the tour right now to be your doubles partner? Male or female?
Um, I have to go with a college tennis player, Ben Shelton. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I just love, getting to what, I actually had the pleasure of coaching against his father when he was at Georgia Tech, and then got to see Ben play when I joined the ITA and his runs with the team at the NCAA tournament, and then his own runs within the NCAA individual tournaments. But yeah, what a joy to watch him play, and just his athleticism and shot making ability and just a level of fearlessness that I'm in awe of. So yeah, if I could get on the court and play doubles with Ben Shelton, that would be really cool.
Okay. Well, I don't know him, but maybe we can make that happen one day. Wouldn't that be awesome, though?
Yeah,
Make
yeah,
all the
sign me
dreams come
up.
true.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. So, but his father, Brian, is just one of the best people we've had in our college coaching profession, and he served on committees and board of directors, and just so thoughtful, gracious, kind, was wonderful to me as I was getting my coaching career started as well. So, I obviously have an affinity for cheering for the Shelton family.
That's awesome. Well, I just want to thank you again for allowing us the time to spend with you today and just getting to know you a little bit more. We are so excited to be partnered with ITA for College Weekend and this year to just continue to push the sport forward. So thanks again.
Oh, well, Ashley, thank you for your support. I mean, this is incredible. It's the first year we're doing this college tennis weekend. It was a idea we drummed up in some brainstorming session with our staff, and to see it come to life, and for you guys to support in the way you have, we're able to get a lot more attention and eyeballs on it and push it out and spend additional dollars on promoting it. So I can't thank you enough. We can't do this alone. Like I said, we're a very small organization. So yeah, I'm so appreciative. So thank you.
Thanks for listening to this podcast. If you'd like to learn more about how Court Reserve became the go-to club management software for racket and paddle sport clubs, come say hello over on our website. There's a link in the show notes.